Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank you for coming out this afternoon, and I'd like to welcome you to the PowerPoint presentation for Intelligent Fitness Design, the Boot Camp for Body and Brain. My name is Tuwan Jones. I am a certified personal trainer, food nutritionist specialist, and the creator and co-designer of Intelligent Fitness Design, the Boot Camp for Body and Brain. Intelligent Fitness Design, or IFD, is a small part of my vision for the future of fitness. Intelligent Fitness Design, or IFD, is a very unique, forward-thinking, new, fun approach to total body wellness and fitness. We believe that what distinguishes Intelligent Fitness Design from other fitness programs, what makes it so unique, and what elevates it to more of a smarter way of training is that we truly focus on and believe in the basic truth at the core of the IFD mindset. And that basic truth is the brain is a muscle too. In fact, it's the most important muscle that we have. Unfortunately, it is the muscle that is most unintentionally missed by trainers. The fact of the matter is the brain should be more active. The brain should be stimulated. The brain should be strengthened. And IFD achieves that by combining two different forms of training: brain training and physical training. IFD promotes and enhances your physical fitness with the use of circuit training and other forms of training incorporated into the circuit training program, while simultaneously it promotes and enhances your cognitive skills with brain training and the use of brain games. So let's take a closer look at the specifics of the design. And let's take a look at the elements that go into making up the system as a whole. So the first element that we have is the body element, or the physical training portion of the IFD program. So ultimately and fundamentally, circuit training is a form of training where you go from one exercise to another in succession, with short time rest intervals in between the exercises and the intervals. A side note that I'd like to make is something about cardiovascular training. Cardiovascular training is any form of training such as walking, running, biking, swimming that engages the heart and the cardiovascular system as a whole and strengthens it. The American Heart Association suggests that we should get in about 150 minutes of cardio training in a week. As a personal trainer, I wholeheartedly condone cardiovascular training. It is one of the greatest ways to combat chronic diseases such as coronary heart disease, one of the leading killers in Americans today, obesity, hypertension, and high blood pressure or hypertension. So if you want to do anything to benefit yourself and your health, cardiovascular is a great way of doing that. Now back to what I was saying about circuit training. Circuit training is also a great form of cardiovascular training. A half an hour of circuit training is just as effective as a half an hour of other traditional forms of cardiovascular training. Circuit training, specifically with concerns to the way that I have designed it for IFD, I have also incorporated other forms of training into the circuit training program. The first level of training is the stabilization or the balance training level of the program. Whether you realize it or not, balance training is very important. It's just a natural fact that as we age, our balance diminishes, and so it's always good to incorporate some form of balance training into your program so that you can maintain or improve on your balance as you age. Also, research says that by engaging in balance training, it helps to prevent lower extremity injuries such as ankle strains and ankle sprains. So that's another good health-related reason to engage in balance training. The next stage in the circuit training program is the strength level. Strength is very important. It helps to increase your overall strength as well. It helps you to lift loads or heavier loads. Also, if you have degenerative diseases such as arthritis, it's always good to do strength training so that you can strengthen those muscles around those joints. So the next level of training is the power level. It helps to increase caloric burn, improve cardio output, and it also improves movement efficiency. Those are all the different levels in the circuit training program designed for IFD. So let's go on to the next phase of the program, and also probably one of the most significant points in the program is the rest interval. The rest interval is the time between each exercise in the circuit. The rest interval is important for you being able to rest and your body being able to rest between exercises. Also, physiologically speaking, gives your muscle cells time to regenerate ATP, or the adenosine triphosphate, which is the chemical that fuels work in your muscle cells. So that's the significance of the rest interval physically. But specifically to the IFD program, the rest interval is also the transition phase. So the transition phase is the point at which you go from a physical exercise to a mental exercise. So we're going from a workout to a brain puzzle at this point in the program. So let's talk a little bit about the next element of the program, the brain element, or the brain training portion of the IFD program. Brain training refers to cognitive training that uses progressive mental exercises to target and work the brain's core cognitive skills. So some of the games or mental games that we selected for this program are progressive games, but we start off fairly simple with word searches. After progressing through a series of word searches, we progress through Sudoku puzzles, varying from easy to hard. After the Sudoku puzzle, we use memory card games. After memory card games, we go to the Rubik's Cube. After the Rubik's Cube, we once again start to progress through a series of logic, cognitive skill building games, both number and letter. And then ultimately what we do with the program is we target that weaker side of the brain. So in the beginning of the program, we give a brain assessment, and that brain assessment determines whether you are right brain dominant or left brain dominant. So after progressing through a series of cognitive skill building games, what we do is design a program that helps to strengthen that weaker side of your brain. So if you're right brain dominant and left brain weak, we give you puzzles to strengthen that left side of your brain. If you are left brain dominant and right brain weak, then we give you puzzles to target that right side of your brain, hopefully increasing the activity and the stimulation in the weaker side of the brain. So let's talk a little bit about the muscle that we're trying to build in the IFD program. So when we say that the brain is a muscle, what are we saying? We're saying that the cognitive skills in your brain is what makes up parts of the muscles in your brain. So cognitive skills such as focus, mental focus, memory, logic, reasoning, these are all of the muscles in the brain that we're trying to target, that we're trying to work, and that we are focused on activating, stimulating, and strengthening with the IFD program. I truly believe that we selected some pretty good puzzles to target these cognitive skills. So this is the brain element, or the brain training portion of the IFD program. So let's talk about some of the health benefits of cognitive brain training. Studies have shown that brain training exercises improve working memory for people of all age groups, can improve the memory of people with mild cognitive impairments, including those showing early signs of dementia. Brain training can not only improve brain health, but also speed up the brain, so you can think faster and more efficiently. Several of the exercises improve auditory memory, so you remember more of what you hear, names, conversations, instructions, etc. A quicker brain means a quicker body, which translates to better performance in everything from sports and work to everyday life. No matter what you do when it comes to brain health and brain training, keeping your brain active, whether you're studying, whether you're reading, whether you're using brain games, it's always important to engage in some form of brain training to keep your mind active as you age. What I'd like to be able to do now is have my young protege, Kellen Frazier, come up and demonstrate a circuit in the IFB program. He's going to do this word search. All right, so we're going to abbreviate it, just a few reps, and then he's going to have like 30 seconds to work with the puzzle. All right, let's begin, Kellen. So now he has time to, during the transition phase, rest his body, but at the same time, he's working his cognitive skills. And time. Good. All right. Good chest press. Good 5 presses. 4 and 5. Good. Very good. 30 seconds with the puzzle. Very good. All right. Core exercise. Let's do the crunches. 5 of them. 4 and 5. Good. 30 seconds on the puzzle. Time. All right, and some squat jumps for stabilization. Good 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. Good, and back to the puzzle for about a minute or so. So that's a circuit in the IFB program. As you saw, he went from exercise to puzzle, and he's doing a pretty good job on the puzzle, which means that he has some good focus. And things of that nature. So that's an ultimate, that's a great example of a circuit in the IFP program. And I was hoping that maybe I can get somebody else to come up and participate. Would somebody like to come up and do some exercises maybe? No? You will? That's great. That's awesome. So let's go grab you some, lighter weight. That's good. Thank you.
Yeah, please.
Can you go grab me some 10s? Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, grab 5. Yeah. So what's your name?
Hi, I'm Shelley.
Shelly.
Physical therapist.
Oh, wow.
And I take classes with our lovely lady in there.
Right.
And involved in neurological rehab. So that's
Okay.
why
Right.
this is so intriguing.
Right, yeah, I think it's very intriguing too, I really do. I think that the potential for it is great, and I love the idea of being able to help people understand that it's important to engage in brain training. It's important to keep your mind active, it's important to keep your brain stimulated, it's important to strengthen your brains. So here we go. Let's see. We're gonna give you the same amount of exercises or the same exercises that he did. So what would you like to participate in? First of all, would you like to do a word search? Would you like to do a memory card? The Rubik's Cube? You want to do a Sudoku puzzle? That sounds great. That's awesome. We got a Sudoku puzzle participator. Let me grab a quick marker for you. I really found these Sudoku puzzles to be really fun once I started doing them. So we're going to have you do Sudoku puzzles on a regular basis before you go to bed. So this one would be about a good one for you to do. So we'll go from an exercise, and then you'll have 30 seconds to do the Sudoku puzzle, and then you'll do another exercise, and I'm going to show you right now what exercise you're going to do. So the first exercise that you're going to do is a squat, curl, overhead press. So you're going to give me a good squat, curl, overhead press. 5 of those, okay? And then you're going to have 30 seconds to do the Sudoku puzzle. And then after that, you're going to go to the chest press, just like this. 5 of those. And then after that, you're going to have another 30 seconds with the Sudoku puzzle. And then I have you do some core. Just like this, just knees up and out, just like that, okay? About a good 5 or 10 of those. And then another 30 seconds with the Sudoku puzzle, and then you're gonna do some squat jumps for stabilization. So you give me 1, 2, 3, big jump. 1, 2, 3, big jump. So 5 of those, okay? All right, let's see how it goes.
Go, Shelly!
We're gonna start with, so maybe turn around that way. Yep, and then you're gonna have 30 seconds with the Sudoku puzzle. Good. Yep. Squat, curl, overhead press. Good. Squat. Yeah. Curl is fine.
Okay.
Yep. Squat, curl, overhead press. Good. 3. Squat, curl, overhead press. 1 more. Squat, curl, overhead press. Good. 30 seconds on the Sudoku puzzle. Here you go. And go. The important thing to remember when you're doing Sudoku puzzles is that you can have the same number in the same grid, row, or column. So that's always good to remember when doing Sudoku puzzles. She looks like she knows exactly what she's doing. And time. All right, now we're going to the chest press. Chest press.
Yep.
Laying flat on the bench. I'm gonna give you 5 good presses. Over your chest more so than over your head. There you go. 1. And together. 2. There you go. And 3. And 4. And 5. Good. All right. 30 seconds on this puzzle. And go. Time. All right, let's do the core exercise. Gonna do that crunch. Gonna raise those knees up and extend those legs out.
Yep.
1, 2. time. 30 seconds. Time. Very good. All right. Squat jumps with stabilization. And then I give you a minute. Ready? Big jumps, big jumps. 1, 2, 3, and jump. Let's go. 5 of them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2. 1, 2, 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. 1, 2, 3. 5. Good. All right. Back to the Sudoku puzzle. Very good. You did a very good job. She gets a minute on the last part of it. But that's how it works. That's the circuit in the circuit training. That's the circuit in the program of IFD. And time. Very good. That was very good. Thank you so much. Did you hear that? Let's stop. Let's stop. What was that?
I said it was more fun than I thought it was.
She said it was more fun than she thought it would be. It is. It's very fun. That's one thing that I'm really trying to express is that it's not only physically challenging. I not only push you physically, but I also push you with cognitive skills and focus and memory and building vital tools that you need. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. And you can keep this. I might autograph it for you. You want me to autograph it for you? I autograph it, the Sudoku guy. I'm not the Sudoku guy, but I'll play him on TV. Thank you very much. So I'd just like to say in closing, I love being a personal trainer. It's more than just a career for me, it's a calling. And one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about being a personal trainer is because it helps me, it's something about helping people to achieve their vision for themselves, helping people to achieve a goal for themselves. That's one of the greatest feelings in the world to me. And I truly and honestly believe that IFD is a great program that helps to achieve that purpose. As we go into the world and as we face the challenges that we face out in the world, we have to have a vision for ourselves and we have to have a purpose for ourselves and goals. And in order to achieve that, we need our vital tools, our brains. We need our bodies to be healthy. We need them to be sound. And I think that IFD achieves that in a good way of benefiting health and fitness. So I encourage you, IFD encourages you to think outside of the box and to use your imagination and elevate your workouts and elevate everything that you do in life to another level. Thank you everybody for coming out. I'd like to quickly discuss with you my rates. I have early bird rates. The first 5 slots available are 2 half-an-hour training sessions for $30. The late early bird rates, last 5 slots available are 2 half-an-hour training sessions for $35, and the standard rates are 2 half-an-hour sessions for $40. Finally, this is my contact information. I want to say that IFD is a great program, but it is an optional program. I'm a great trainer all the way around, and if you choose to participate in IFD, that's great. But if you choose more traditional forms of training, I am available and able to do that as well. This is my contact information. Facebook, like me on Facebook, please like me. I guess everybody is wanting to be liked. I want to be liked. Please like me. I also have on my website, intelligentbootcamp.com, we're going to be putting up some great information about body, about brain. We're going to be trying to really educate and enlighten people on the science of not only working out, but also brain training as well. So look on those websites, and hopefully you'll definitely see some knowledge and some education going up. And so that's it. If there are any comments or questions, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. Thank you very much. This is a great program that has a lot of potential. We're going to research many things when it comes to cognitive learning. We're going to stay focused on working hard to learn more about the brain. If this program helps us to do that, then I'm more than happy to allow you to do that. I would love to be able to establish a study where we find out if this form of training has effects, long-term effects on cognitive skill building. But ultimately, I think that any type of brain stimulation, no matter how long it is, whether it's reading, whether it's studying, whether it's with brain puzzles, whether it's with a workout, like I've designed with the IFD program, or whether it's at the end of the night when you go to bed, is a good thing. Keep your brains active, keep your brains stimulated, love knowledge, love education, and your brain will love you back. All right. I am very interested in just brain health. I really am a person that is just focused on total body wellness and fitness, and I really and truly and honestly believe that the brain is a muscle too. I look at what other trainers are doing, and all I see is an opportunity, a very great potential to help work parts of the body that normal people don't normally work.
Right.
So that's really where the inspiration is. Just being able to think outside of the box and use my imagination, design a great program that will hopefully benefit people overall with health and fitness.